story, family. Salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you, man. I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yeah, for you a fella. I'll say you got me, man. That's everything I'm
gonna say. It's your boy Tim Snow. Big Prison Story, family. Salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Big Prison Story, family. Salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow.
Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. You already know what it is, who it is. We're back here with another one. I don't know if you've seen in the media in the last day or two, it really hadn't hit major news. Probably will make major news tonight. Randy Halprin, one of the guys from the Texas 7, one of the last ones alive, may be the last one alive. I'm not even sure. I should have looked into that. But I know he's one of the last ones, if anything. He's getting a retrial. It's crazy, and we'll talk about it, right? For the ones that don't really know about the Texas 7, or if you're not familiar with them or anything like that, we're going to let you hear a little bit about it.
Located in Karnes County, right off of Highway 181, the John B. Connolly Unit is a maximum security prison that houses just over 2,000 inmates. On December 13th, 2000, the prison became the scene of one of the most brazen prison escapes in Texas history. 7 convicts were able to overpower civilian employees and prison guards around 11:20 a.m. They left their victims knocked unconscious and tied up in an electrical room. After stealing their clothing and identification, they made their way out in a prison maintenance truck. Once out, they jumped into a getaway car left by one of their fathers. The men, George Rivas, Michael Anthony Rodriguez, Donald Newberry, Patrick Murphy, Larry Harper, Randy Halprin, and Joseph Garcia were on the run, and their faces all over TV. They were dubbed the Texas 7. As they made their way across Texas, they found themselves in Irving on Christmas Eve. The plan was to rob a sporting goods store. As they were leaving the store with cash and weapons, they came upon Officer Aubrey Hawkins. 6 of the men shot at him, and he was then run over as they fled. For days, they couldn't be found until a tip came in on January 22nd. They were staying in a trailer park near Woodland Park, Colorado, which is near Colorado Springs. Rivas and 3 others were captured there. Larry Harper would commit suicide before being caught, and then the last 2 were arrested at a Colorado Springs hotel after a standoff. 6 were now all in custody and later convicted and sentenced to death. 4 of the...
So as you see, one of them committed suicide, the other 6 given the death penalty. What's going on right here with Randy Halprin is that in his trial, they're saying his judge was anti-Semitic, which is a fancy word for saying racist against Jewish people. I'm sure most of y'all know that. And obviously, Randy Halprin is a Jewish person. So that's kind of a no-no, right? But this trips me out because, listen, when the Texas 7 first took off, everybody around in the state, every inmate, all the gangsters in the street, everybody was rooting for these guys to get away. All right, like, go Texas 7, go. It was a big deal. The police were everywhere. It was a gigantic statewide manhunt. And at that time, we didn't realize that a few of these dudes were like child molesters and got these weird cases and all that. We would have never been rooting for them had we known that, right? Well, Randy Halprin, I'm here to tell you right now, this dude is scum. Like, his retrial, man, I hope they give him the death penalty again. This is not a Clinton Young situation. This is a pathetic individual that probably deserves what he's about to get. All parties are not. I looked into it because I remember his name being one of them ones that was foul, right? Let me read something to you. Randy Halprin was originally convicted for child abuse after breaking a 16-month-old baby's arms and legs, fracturing his skull, and beating his face until one eye socket filled with blood. Did you hear that? Halprin was originally convicted for child abuse after breaking a 16-month-old baby's arms and legs, fracturing his skull, and beating his face until one eye filled with blood. So that's what he was originally in prison for. That's about as low as you can get right there. I mean, what's worse than that? Right? I was all for Robert Roberson, too. Thought he was innocent when Dr. Phil was saying that until I realized the baby had fractured skull and beat-in face and all that type shit. And here we go right here. Randy Halprin, the same type situation. We can't support that. We can't rally behind that. No, that judge ain't right. They need to get rid of that judge, run him a retrial, and give his ass death penalty again. I'm not a big fan of all parties in all cases or anything like that, and that's why all these guys got the death penalty, because it happened during an act of escape and they were still together. But you know, they said in the last video I posted about the serial killer in prison that God has a way of evening things out. Karma is a mofo, right? You once broke a baby's arms, legs, and beat his skull in. Don't cry about the judge being a little bit racist, man, because you know you was going to get that anyway. Y'all killed a police officer. You know how many black men, Mexican men have to deal with racist judges? They never get a retrial. But now you're getting one, and you're a baby beater. Is that what you call him? You're a fucking animal. You're a sicko. Disgusting. Like, run his trial quick. Let him get that old public defender that drinks and smokes cigarettes. That's who this dude needs. When I heard that, man, it made me sick. And I'm going to tell you something. I hope no Jewish organizations get behind this dude simply because they hear anti-Semitic. This is one they got to wash their hands of. They got to say, not this guy. Hell no. Randy Halprin, you got to go too, man. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what you think. You think this karma biting him in the ass for doing that to that baby? That's why he's on death row? I do. Texas Prison Story family salute, y'all.